Embarking on a journey through the detailed lives and martyrdoms of early Christian witnesses unfolds a rich tapestry of faith, conviction, and the ultimate sacrifice for the truth of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. Their stories are not mere footnotes in history. They are profound testaments to the transformative power of witnessing the risen Lord. Let's dive into the details of their lives, their claims, the authorities that executed them, and the reasons behind their martyrdoms. Stephen, the first witness. Stephen was not just accused of blasphemy for speaking against the temple and the law. He made bold proclamations of seeing the heavens open and the Son of Man standing at the right hand of God. This vision affirmed the Christian claim of Jesus' resurrection and exaltation, executed by an enraged mob rather than an official authority. Stephen's death was sanctioned by the Jewish Sanhedrin, the ruling religious council in Jerusalem. His execution by stoning outside the city was a direct result of his unwavering proclamation of the risen Christ, a testimony he upheld even as he faced death. James, son of Zebedee, the bold apostle. As a member of Jesus' inner circle, James would have been a vocal proponent of Christ's resurrection, spreading the Christian faith across Judea. Herod Agrippa I, the king governing Judea, ordered James's execution by sword around 44 AD. This act was part of a larger campaign to quell the growing Christian movement that threatened the established religious and political order. James's prominence as a leader in the early church and his zealous proclamation of the resurrection made him a target. Peter, the foundation of the church. Peter's claims centered on his personal experiences with the risen Jesus, from the empty tomb to post-resurrection appearances. He was a central figure in the early church, preaching the resurrection at Pentecost and beyond. Nero, the Roman emperor known for his brutal persecution of Christians, was responsible for Peter's execution. Around 64 AD, amidst the great fire of Rome, Christians were scapegoated, and Peter was crucified upside down at his request, a symbol of his humility and faith. Paul, the apostle to the Gentiles. Paul's transformation from a persecutor of Christians to a devout apostle was rooted in his encounter with the risen Christ. His letters are some of the earliest Christian texts, emphasizing Jesus' death and resurrection as the cornerstone of faith. Paul was beheaded in Rome under Nero's reign. As a Roman citizen, he was afforded a more humane execution than crucifixion. His extensive missionary work, coupled with his success in converting Gentiles, posed a significant challenge to both Jewish and Roman authorities, leading to his martyrdom. James, the skeptic turned leader, initially skeptical of Jesus' ministry, James became a key figure in the early church after witnessing the risen Christ. He emphasized a faith that works in harmony with actions, a belief undoubtedly shaped by his resurrection experience. James was martyred in Jerusalem, thrown down from the pinnacle of the temple, and then stoned and clubbed to death. The Jewish high priest Ananus ben Ananus ordered his execution. This act was motivated by James's influential position within the Christian community in Jerusalem and his effective preaching of Jesus as the Messiah. The claims made by these martyrs weren't abstract theological points. They were grounded in their lived experiences with the risen Jesus. Their willingness to die for those claims speaks volumes about their authenticity. Each execution, whether by Jewish or Roman authorities, was a response to the perceived threat that the burgeoning Christian faith posed to established religious and political powers. The martyrs' deaths underscore the radical nature of the resurrection claim, a claim so compelling that it led these individuals to embrace martyrdom rather than deny their Lord. Their stories, enriched with the context of their claims, the specifics of their executions, and the reasons behind them, offer us more than historical curiosity. They provide a window into the early Christian conviction and the profound impact of the resurrection on individuals and the world. Through their sacrifice, the message of hope and eternal life found in Jesus Christ continued to spread, shaping the course of human history. If these martyrs were not certain that they had seen Jesus, facing execution would almost certainly steer them in the direction of not speaking up. Yet if they did witness the risen Christ, their actions would make sense, since they knew they had seen God in the flesh. They knew dying for proclaiming that fact would be a ticket to heaven. When learning about these martyrs, it must at least seem peculiar to the skeptic as to why they chose to die rather than simply deny having seen the risen Christ.